for this event. Okay, this is our last quarterfinal in the Bigfoot 10-ball challenge. Now, my pleasure to introduce our two competitors. From Russia, this gentleman is the reigning U.S. Open 10-ball champion, sponsored by Q-Tech and by Diamond. Please welcome Fedor Gorst. Thank you. His opponent from Scotland. This gentleman is a three-time Derby City Bigfoot 10-ball challenge champion. He's sponsored by Perry Hughes and Rasson. It's Eagle Eye, Jason Shaw. All right, guys, good luck. Your official timekeepers, Dwayne Payne. I'm going to send it up to the comm box now to Mark Wilson and John Schmidt.
It's go time here at the 10-ball tournament in Norfolk, Virginia. So far, there has been epic performances by J.L. Chang, Alex Pagulayan, Fedor Gorst, and last night, one for the record books by Albin Ocean. We have much more in store today, and I'm Mark Wilson. Alongside me, John Schmidt.
How you doing, Mark?
Welcome aboard, John. I don't know if our mics are on, but if they aren't, we'll have to continue on.
Well, it's a huge honor for me to get to work with you and to watch these two great players. They're two titans and legends of the game. Jason Shaw, one of the straightest shooters in the world, and he really performs well on the 5x10. He looks comfortable. Fedor Gorst played a set the other night that was otherworldly, one of the best sets of pool I've ever seen. This should be an amazing contest. Down deep for the big money. Let's go.
Yeah, it's an awesome matchup. I didn't see who won the leg, but we haven't been getting as many break and runs as we're familiar with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the break wasn't working the last set, and these are two of the best breakers in the game. It'll be interesting to see how they choose to hit them and from what position. This looks like the standard position right here by one of the best breakers in the game.
We were talking the other night how he played on a Diamond 5x10 most of his early years in Moscow, so he seemed the most comfortable thus far this week playing on it.
Wow, look at this break, Mark.
Dry break?
Yeah. Oh, no, he made one right in the side.
Oh.
And has a shot on the one that leads to the 2, 3, 4.
It's one thing to hit him good, and we know he did because based on the ball distribution, but you don't have to always get a shot. But look at this layout to open up the match here. It's
perfect angle to fall to the 3. That was a huge shot right there to land just right on the 2 to move to the 3. 3 to the 4 is a little tricky as the 4 is not quite right over the side pocket. As a fellow player and competitor, I really am amazed when I watch these players play. You know, we were talking about it the other day. Playing great at home for fun is one thing, and it's tough enough. But to do it right now on camera with the money on the line against somebody as great as Jason Shaw, it's truly tough to do, as you know. You played the Pro Tour, and you know how hard it is to get up there against a Siegel in his prime and just play flawless. And I suspect both these players will put on a fine performance. These are two of the most talented gentlemen in the game.
It is so fun to see how the quality of pool has risen. And I'm not saying that Mike Siegel and Buddy Hall wouldn't have been amongst these guys. But these guys do play better than they did. It's just that those guys would have learned to play better too.
Yeah, they would have got a better break and a better break cue. And yeah, things are – they would have definitely – yeah, they definitely would have figured out a way to be one of the elite. But can you imagine in 1980 telling one of them, well, in the future they'll play with a carbon fiber shaft with a glove with this different kind of chalk, template racks on a table called a diamond, you know, like with Simona's cloth. I mean, a game called 10-ball that they never played. I mean, just so different.
Completely unheard of, any of these things. We played with one cue only.
You broke with the set playing cue. There was no jump cues.
La Pro Tip.
Yep, that's right. Fedor looking to make a statement early, coming out of the box with a very nice run out possibly here. I'd like to have $1 for every tournament Jason Shaw has won and Fedor over the last 5 years. Oh.
The future is quite bright.
Yeah.
And here's Federer. He's just a young man, early 20s, but he's a seasoned veteran now. It's not like he's just having a hot match or a hot tournament anymore. He's a force to be reckoned with. He won the all-around of the Derby this year. I've also considered Jason Shaw to be the very best player in the game at times, for sure. And
absolutely.
Top handful, always.
Absolutely.
I remember when he first came on the scene, Jeff Conway brought him around. He goes, Mark, you're not going to believe this guy. But, like I always hear that from other people. I'm like, okay, right. He doesn't miss a ball. I know. And then after I got to watching, boy, was he ever right. It was something I hadn't witnessed before in terms of the uncanny firepower and accuracy. I've seen him bring this 5x10 to its knees and play it like a bar table.
Jason is an incredible shot maker, and he's a very feared player. Nobody likes drawing him. He has kind of an intimidating table presence. He's a big guy. He's not afraid to let you know he's there to win. He's there to beat you. He is not out there to, sing Kumbaya and make friends. He's trying to win. And some players, maybe like a Lee Van Corteza, he just seems so friendly at the table that you don't realize, how tough he is. But Jason, you can just look at him and see he means business.
Lee Van is unassuming, but
unassuming is the right way to put it. Yes.
And Jason, I mean, he might be willing to fight you too.
Yes.
It's a tough opening shot here.
Absolutely.
After a great break. Okay, now this is the most interesting dynamic. Federer has won the leg, broke and ran out. Yeah, it was a routine layout, but he never got in trouble, which is not easy to do. Okay, so he's got about three things of momentum going. Now he has ball in hand, and Shaw lost the leg, made a break, and has missed a shot. There's about three things. Now, suppose that Fedor runs out here.
Right.
Okay? Well, now it's 2-0. That means you got to beat him, 10-7 from here, or 11-7.
Right. That's kind of a huge deficit to climb early. And, Jason has his wife, who's a sweetheart, beautiful young lady, and his good friend Bobby Chamberlain sitting in the front row. And I always felt that when I had my friends with me, people that I knew were pulling for me, it made me relax and play better. And so I look for Jason to settle into this match and play great. But a 2-0 deficit is not what he was looking to get started. Now, he fell a little straight on this 4. He has to make a heck of a shot here, Mark, to move towards the 5. I don't think he can do too much here.
No, you're making a great assessment here. This is going to be the tough transition of the rest of the rack. Is he going high right?
Oh, nice
beautiful
shot. Man, he got a lot more out of that than I thought he could.
He kind of throws the cue through the ball, and so smooth and effortless power.
The first person that ever said that to me was Bill Kress. He says, you throw the cue, and I thought, throw the cue? I'm still hanging on to the cue after I hit it. I've never heard that before. This was 20 years ago, and I firmly believe that that's how it should feel when you're stroking the cue, like it gets weightless through the stroke, and you're almost throwing it down the line, and I believe both these players do that as well as anybody. They're both tall players, and they're using, I think Fedor's using a standard. No, he couldn't be using a standard length cue, right? As tall as he is, it looks like it is. Is that a 58-inch cue? I wouldn't think so. He's probably playing with a 60-inch cue. But they're both tall, and they're using long cues, which will serve them well on the 5x10, I believe.
I think we called his match. Were you with me for his first match in this?
Oh, Federer's?
Yes.
Oh, he played unbelievable.
11-1, and he shot about like a 950.
Well, I thought it was a 970-ish.
Okay. It very well may have been.
Sick.
He only made 3 errors.
Right.
For the whole match. I mean,
right.
You never see that. 3 errors is like nothing. I could easily make 3 errors per rack.
Every match in this tournament that I've got to watch has been incredible on this 5x10. Every match has had drama, unbelievable play. It's really been exciting.
and you know this is not an easy table to
No.
perform at a high
Oh,
level on,
it's,
right?
It's unbelievable.
It could make a lesser player wilt.
Oh, yeah, it can make you look really bad. If you start decelerating and moving your body through the stroke, it can make you look horrible.
You lose your confidence and you start steering a little bit and clenching, and then you start doubting and your confidence goes to pieces.
Yes.
And you just want to get out of the room.
That's
you know.
right.
Okay, we get another look at Gorst's great break.
Now he's looking to have the 2-5 threaten the side pockets. One of them hopefully go in, and the 5-8, 4-8 go 3 rails around the table.
5 ball. Cue ball squared up.
Look at that.
Gets kissed around, but he's going to have a shot.
Something like that.
Now the 4 and 6 are tangled up a little bit over there. Not going to be an easy negotiation here.
Yep, Kenny racking the balls perfectly. The Accu rack works so good. You see how the 10's setting right there?
Yeah.
That's a telltale sign of the balls being racked perfectly.
Golly, I love pool. This is so cool.
Yep. It doesn't get any better than this. To watch 2 of the greatest players alive battling it out when it really counts. I get a real kick out of when I'm at home and I'm just playing for fun and I play what I think is good pool. But it is euphoric to do it in a position like this. To do it against another great player when you have to do it is hard to even articulate how fantastic it feels.
So he's looking as if the 4 ball goes past the 10 in the corner. But now when I look closer, it does look like it clears. So I don't know if we can grab the overhead real quick, but if we can, this is the route that he wants to take. I did a bad job. Right here, here, to here, to here. Let's see how close he can get. See if he's playing good.
Oh,
how's his speed?
About perfect.
Okay.
Get off that rail a little bit, but
I'll let him get away with it.
Right. He has to make a heck of a shot. He has to follow through. I think, he might be able to slow roll this 4-in mark and hold for the 6.
When you're frozen to the rail, though, it's not fun to slow roll. It's not if it's just an inch or two off, slow roll, it's not so bad. But when you have that little tiny, you want it to hold the line, you get a little spooked.
For sure.
Oh, he was able to.
Nice shot.
Did he connect? Yes, he did. And this is how good he's playing. He almost missed the shot. Right?
Yeah.
That's how you know you're playing good. If you almost make it, you're not playing that good. If you almost miss, now you're playing.
Well, it's
good.
like those guys that talk about how great they played 20 years ago. They go, "This one time, I almost broke even."
Yeah. Yeah. This guy, he's going to be tough. He does not yield.
Well, I've seen Jason Shaw be down 3-0, 5-0 many times and win the match. He is so dangerous. You have to put him away when you get a chance.
Mm-hmm.
And Fedor knows how much talent Jason Shaw has.
Just like in the last match, Josh Filler was down. And
he looked dead in the water, and he wins the match.
Stun with perfect position and nice speed control. That was well done. And you see how he just flows, the cue just flows on that backswing. Very straight backswing. How can you not love Gorst's game?
Yeah, if you could build a robot to play perfect pool,
No.
this is what it would look like. He's a perfect gentleman, win or lose. I just have so much respect and admiration for him and his game that I'm just a giddy little pool fan getting a chance to watch him play.
Me too.
And I feel honored to get to call the action here.
So 2 breaks for Gorst, 2 break and runouts. He had 4 the other night when he put on such a. Nobody else has been breaking and running out
4
of
out
the table.
of 11 is that's crazy.
Crazy 2 for 2 tonight or today.
Oh, is he 2 for 2 already?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's 6 for 13, 50% almost.
5 by
Last
10 with
yeah.
tough 5 by 10 too. Not a loose
No,
5 by
not
10.
brand new cloth. We're by the ocean. This table there might be a little bit more humidity in this room than like a Las Vegas event. So, yeah. They're just bringing this table to its knees, and I'm amazed every match with the level of play.
Well, this table will extract the toll at some point. It will not accept this. Someone just dominating it.
Yeah, Jason really needs to make something happen here. He needs to get settled in, get a chance to get loose, get to shoot a little bit, get his feel going. And boy, he can hammer the break too if he wants to. Beautiful break.
Good square
Beautiful
hit.
break.
Made a ball.
Got a shot on the one. It's a tough one.
Ugh.
Oh, the cue ball was okay there for a minute.
Right.
Got kissed. But if anybody can cut the paint off it, it's this guy.
No, he can definitely cut the paint off it, but it's up and down, this pinball with all these balls down here. I don't know. You almost have to use just a hint of inside.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is and you definitely don't want to like hang this up and have Gorse go ahead and yet another game here.
I think he's playing safe.
I won't blame him.
I don't blame him one bit.
Great shot. Trickled
Very
down
smart,
here.
too. He didn't let frustration or desperation set in. He knows there's a lot of pool left.
I have to tell you, this is what I love about Jason Shaw's development. He used to just be a shot maker,
Right.
and could just rely on firepower, and he'd give you a game like this. He'd play exactly one safe. If you play safe back, he's going no matter what, and he'll give you this game because he's going to overpower you in the rest of them. But then he found out at this level that doesn't work anymore. It works all the way till you get to the big leagues.
Right. Once you're in the big leagues, you've got to take your time, play safe when you're supposed to.
Right, you got to have a more complete game, and he has definitely generated that. And I really think it's since he got married and has a kid, he seemed to time that because he used to be a little bit more erratic, drinking, partying, out late, roll into his match, not in his best form, but still be able to just use ability and win.
Right.
Not anymore. Not when you're up against Gorst or people like that. Chang,
Oh, yeah.
Albin.
I mean, everybody that's in this Bigfoot challenge is just otherworldly talents.
Now look at that shot right there.
Fantastic.
Super slow. Got one ball to hook him on. Got the object ball and cue ball speed. I mean, like you said, a robot.
I think Jason would be thrilled to be able to nick off his left side of the one and come down underneath the 10, maybe get right on the 4. Well, that's about all he could do there. Even though he's left a shot, that's all he could do.
We're not going to judge that poorly.
No. Force Fedor to start with a tough shot. I like this shot a little more when I'm up 3-0, but it's still super tough.
And this is go time because he can roll this and not have to sell out if he misses it.
Right. Cue ball's kind of going to the back rail. A lot of times if you
Right.
miss this, it doesn't sell out. Fedor's right foot right under his right hand, just the way I feel it should be with clearance from his rib cage.
Oh,
I mean, what a shot.
Just pures it in. Just no problem. You can't leave that hanging out there.
Yeah, that should be illegal. Shoot not straight.
People will think that we gush about his lauding his, praising him. But no, look at we know what this takes.
Well, they both play like this. I mean, Jason Shaw has every bit this kind of ability. So you're watching two future Hall of Famers here, two legends of the game. You're watching like a Rory McIlroy and Phil Mickelson or Tiger Woods in their prime.
Yeah, I'm not saying players of yesteryear didn't play this well before my time. I don't know, but I know they didn't play better.
No, they didn't
know
play
that.
better. No, they didn't. They couldn't. How could you? And I know that when I'm an old man, hopefully I make it that far, there'll be some new young player that's incredible, and I'll be trying to explain to them because they'll say something like, oh, this new kid would rob this guy. I said, listen, I saw Shaw in his prime and Federer in his prime and Corteza in his prime and those kind of guys. They're bad dudes.
Oh.
They're bad dudes in case you think this new breed would have robbed them 40 years ago. I mean, how much better than this could you ever play pool? It's impossible.
Well, Federer's just shooting 1,000 right now is all.
Yeah, and we've seen Jason, in fairness to him, play 1,000,000 matches that look just like this. But only one person can do all the shooting, so
It is an amazing thing, both talents here, but a lot of times the score still ends up lopsided when
Right.
you think it's that close,
Yeah.
but it's just how the balls fall that day that
who
decides.
gets the opportunities and makes things happen in that particular set.
You never see a lackadaisical performance by Gorst. I really admire that because it's hard to get up for every match and just not allow yourself to go through the motions.
Mm-hmm.
And he's so good, you would hardly notice the difference. But you can see this is a real spirited, inspired performance because he knows
how big this match is. He knows how talented Shaw is, and this is deep. This is to get to the semifinals. This has his full attention.
Well, I think also there's a pride that he wants to own the 10-footer. He wants this title. He wants to prove that this 10-foot table. If you want to play some on that, here he is.
Yeah.
That's 4 perfect racks right there, Johnny.
I know.
Not half bad, right?
I know.
And never in trouble. Name one shot he's had to make that, other than that opening shot of that run, that was the hardest thing, and that was Shaw's safe.
It's been a beyond flawless performance. Jason's hardly done anything wrong. Hasn't had any chances. Had that one little scratch with that combination early, and the momentum has shifted to Fedor. And, and that's the way it goes with these top pros. One of them's going to have the run of the balls and put the other one away. So,
Okay, everybody, we're glad you're joining us. We've just offered these first free racks to show you what the action is, and please log into Accu-Stats, and it's accu-stats.com, and sign up and get the rest of the event plus the rest of the 9-ball this week. Here we go. This will be his third break. Look how much care he puts into this. It just squares them up every time.
oh, all the balls just missed. Jason's got a chance. The 3 covered him. Now, see, that's unfortunate. Jason was straight in on the 1.
I think he's okay.
Well, yeah,
no?
I'm pulling for him to get a shot because as a player, you just hate to see the balls roll against you so bad you never get to do anything. Nice shot to get started. All right.
Yeah, I'm with you.
You know what I mean? People at home are thinking, the John Schmidt, Jason Shaw straight pull saga. Look, I'm a fan. This guy is an incredible player, and I have no ill will towards a guy that can run 714 balls. If anything, I have some appreciation. So I think he's one of the greatest players in the world, and he's the guy that I said a few years ago, if anybody could break my record, it's this dude. So,
look at that subtle little move on the 5 there to open up a bigger window to get position, make it easier.
Yeah, now he's got a chance to fall on the 4 correctly.
The thing with Jason that always strikes me is how short and compact his swing is, yet how much draw and how much power he can get, just effortless.
Yeah, well, he's a big, strong guy, and so he can kind of accelerate the cue maybe a little easier than a small person with less leverage. But you're right. He can – oh, no, not this. Okay, he's all right.
The other thing, he plays with almost zero clearance. And everything I tell you not to do.
Yeah, it's funny you say that. The cue does look like it's kind of trapped under him and into his body a little bit. But, he makes it work so good.
Well, he has so much power. He doesn't need a longer swing.
Right.
Most of us got to.
Right.
He just gets through there. He stays still.
Why does he have to shoot this combination? Ugh.
Oh, this is ugly.
Well, even as good as he plays, he's not a fan. And maybe it goes past the 7. It must. Oh, he's playing the bank or something. No, he's cutting it past the 7. Good shot.
Okay, there was enough. Boy, it didn't look like it did it. Boy, that would have been. Whew.
Now get the right angle.
Play that combo. That would have been. Rough.
You need to get above the 7 a couple inches so you can transition to the 8, just like that. Perfect.
Another point, too, is that on the 9-footer, if you get the wrong angle, you can make it work a lot easier than you can on this 10-footer.
Oh, yeah, and you have a lot of experience. You've had a 10-footer for 30 years. There's certain shots that I'm just not even sure are available on a 5x10.
You have to work harder to get the right angles on a 10-footer if you want to put together consistent runs.
Do you think he'll go out for the 9 in the side here?
I thought so.
Yeah, okay.
Open. Uh-oh. He's a little short here.
He's going to have to go to the rail and then accept a little bit little bit longer shot on the 10, just like that. Very nice.
This plays comfortably for the left-hander. And 4-1.
Very nice.
Good for Eagle Eye. Retaliate with a game back. And we have a great crowd here, too. Everybody knows this is going to be a feature clash.
Yeah, this is like a Tyson Holyfield fight. I mean,
It
everybody
is.
knows this is two titans of the game, down deep in an event that they all covet. I mean, this, to me, is one of the toughest events to win in the history of